Hello, everyone. We're going to get right into the sign of the beaver. We're going to try to get through chapter 12 and chapter 13. Chapter 12 is a very short chapter. That's why I've given you 2 chapters to read today on Friday. Now, chapter 12 starts out with Matt saying, "I must have a bow." Matt decided one morning he was envious of the bow that Etienne often carried behind his shoulder and of the blunt arrows he tucked into his belt. Only the day before, Matt had watched him swing it suddenly into position and bring down a flying duck. Etienne had picked up the dead bird carefully and carried it away with him. No doubt the Indians would find some use for every scrap of bone and feather. So Matt wants a bow, and he can't stop thinking of the skill that Etienne has. He remembers playing home when he was home, playing with homemade bows and arrows, and with his friends when he was just a kid. But he never learned how to do it really well. And he never thought that he'd ever actually have to rely on the skill set. He makes a flimsy bow and practices with it, but it just doesn't work. Etienne shows Matt how to make a proper bow, and he tells us step by step on how to make it. Matt goes and gets into it and starts practicing with it. And that's basically all about chapter 12. Now let's move into chapter 13. Chapter 13 is Etienne and Matt find a fox caught in an iron trap, and they say it's a white man's trap. On chapter 13, the fourth, before we get to the fourth paragraph, third paragraph. Off in the brush, Matt heard a low, rasping breathing and a frantic scratching in the leaves. The noise stopped the moment they stood still. Moving warily, the boys came upon a fox crouched low on the ground. It did not run, but lay snarling at them, and as he came nearer, Matt saw that its foreleg was caught fast. With a long stick, Etienne pushed aside the leaves, and Matt caught the glint of metal. "White man's trap," said Etienne. "How do you know?" Matt demanded. "Indians not use iron trap. Iron trap bad." "You mean a white man set this trap?" "No, some white men pay for bad Indians to hunt for him. White man not know how to hide trap so good." Etienne showed Matt how cleverly the trap had been hidden, the leaves and earth mounded up like an animal burrow with 2 half-eaten fish heads concealed inside. The fox watched them, its teeth bared. The angry eyes made Matt uncomfortable. "We're in luck to find it first," he said, to cover his uneasiness. Now, Etienne won't set the fox free. As we go on and you read, you're going to find out that he won't set the fox free. And the reason he won't set the fox free is because they're on Turtle Clan hunting ground. Matt thinks that Etienne is crazy, but he's not going to judge him because he doesn't understand the ways of the clan. Etienne explains that the fox will eventually bite off his own leg in time, and he'll escape if nobody else comes along. Matt tells Etienne that traps are cruel, and Etienne does agree. He tells Matt that his grandfather doesn't allow their clan to use them. Etienne talks about how there used to be tons of animals, but after the white man came, the numbers began to drop because the white people would kill the animals just for the skins instead of the meat. And they hire Indians to do it for them. Matt gets confused and angry because of Etienne's hate for white men. It drives him nuts. He wishes that he will just go away. On the other hand, he can't help wanting Etienne's respect. He even daydreams of wild scenarios where he becomes the hero and saves Etienne's life. Matt realizes his dreams are crazy, and he knows that Etienne wouldn't come if it weren't for his grandfather. He also feels like he's being ungrateful since Etienne is teaching him so much and so many survival techniques that he desperately needs. Even though Etienne has no desire to really learn English and reading, Matt can tell that his vocabulary is actually growing and he's getting a lot better. And Matt is also starting to use some Indian words too. And that is the end for today. I want you to have a great weekend, and we'll come back and start afresh with Monday with chapter 4, and we're going to be working on our plot maps and everything like that, okay? Have a great, great weekend.